hello again, Wheatley Baptist Church family. It's Pastor Dave with a midweek update, an important update, as a matter of fact, for you. I hope that you found opportunity this week to enjoy, some of the spring weather that we've had. I'm filming this on Wednesday, and it's just what a beautiful, beautiful day. So I hope you've been able to enjoy some of that. For sure. I said I had some important things to update you about, and really they're around some of the proceedings of the church, and particularly our annual general business meeting that we have slated for March the 28th. A couple things just to mention about that. One, we know we're still in orange lockdown. And so we're starting to plan for that meeting actually to take place in a more virtual format. So you will have experienced some of that last year, because that's how we had to do some of our meeting and some of our business together last year in a virtual format. So this year we're planning the same type of approach to this, although with some different tools. And so here's a little bit about what I mean by that. First and foremost, the Constitution says that in the first quarter, so that's by the end of March, we need to have met to ratify any amendments to the Constitution that we might make, any other proposals, and then the church budget for sure. And so we're planning to do that in stages this year, beginning actually this Sunday, to try and be able to get you as much information as you can. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, that means by this Sunday, so the 14th, you will have received an email package for those of you that are used to conversing with us back and forth via email. You'll have received an email package that has the annual meeting package inside of that. So that's going to have very specifically the agenda for the meeting that we would follow. As usual, for the reports of all the various committees and myself that are going on within the church. And then, of course, the financial statements for 2020 and the proposed budget for 2021. So that's kind of normal business for us. So you're going to get all of that in an email package. For those people that wouldn't be watching here because they don't have email access or aren't comfortable that way, we'll actually be providing that in hard and written copy. But if we provided that information to you last year at this time around our annual meeting, we'll plan to do that same way. If you'd like a delivered hard copy of that information, then please give us a call here at the church, and we'll do our very best to get that to you. But we want to try and get as much of that information to everybody as we can by the 14th. Now, one of the things that'll be presented to you at that meeting is a very significant and comprehensive rewrite to the church's constitution. You'll recall that for a number of years now, we've been intending to become incorporated. A part of that incorporation process is making sure that our Constitution, particularly our governance and our decision-making process, fits the model required by the law of the land for incorporation. And so we've done a fairly major rewrite. If you've been concerned at all about the church not having been very active during COVID, I can tell you a number of people, and we're very grateful to have people from in the congregation help us do this rewrite. And so part of the package that we'll be giving you is a draft copy of a proposed rewrite to the church constitution. And that church constitution then will be the basis of what we put forward in our package to become an incorporated entity in the province of Ontario. So we'll be looking for, you'll see there'll be motions attached to the package that you get that speaks specifically to the Constitution, as well as specifically to the structure of the Church Executive Council, the Elders Council. So that's a new word for us to consider, Elders Council, and then as well as the directorship of the corporation. So that all sounds like a lot, but we're going to give you all of that information by the 14th. Now, the next step in our process would actually be on the 15th. So this would be the Monday the 15th. We'd like to host a Zoom meeting a virtual meeting that everybody who wants to can chime into. And so you're going to get a separate email from this email that you got for the video link here. You're going to get a separate email with a specific link in it that would take you into a Zoom meeting at 7 p.m. on Monday the 15th, where we're going to have a very specific presentation around some of the things that you'd find in the package that we sent you, but specifically the Constitution proposal, the church governance proposal, and then the 2020 financial statements and 2021 budget. And those are the things that you'll be presented with motions on, and we'll be looking for approval from the church membership in that way. We encourage, and so the email will be sent to people that are not members but are adherents or participating in our church body. And so we encourage all of you to participate with us there. So that's Monday, March the 15th at 7 p.m. That'll be via Zoom. And there'll be opportunity there for you to ask questions. In fact, we would really encourage you to do that so you have a good understanding about some of the changes that we're proposing in the Constitution there. And then as we move a little bit farther down into the calendar, then we would actually for those people that don't have hard copies, we would be sending out an electronic version of those motions for you to actually just click yes or no on those. So again, very similar to what we have done in the past there. And you click that and then you voted. We're going to allow until the 28th, which would be the normal time we would have had our annual business meeting. We'll allow those voting opportunities to stay open until the 28th at 4 p.m. And then on the 29th, or by the 29th, we'll tabulate all of those votes and then report back to you on how those motions were considered and whether they were passed or defeated. So I know there's a lot going on there. The email that I have sent that had the link for this video that you're watching now has these dates spelled out in there and what goes on too. So hopefully we're giving you enough information to be able to participate there. As always, if you're not able to understand that, or you're having a little difficulty with technology or anything like that, just give me a shout. We're more than happy to help get you situated there, because we want as many people. We need really as many people as possible to participate in here. And this is kind of exciting too. This is kind of the next season of our church life, from that perspective of governance and structure. And I think it creates a lot of momentum for us to look into this next year. COVID, it's not over, and I don't think it's going to be over for some period of time. But things are changing. Vaccines are coming out. We're starting to see glimmers of things opening up, and so we need to be ready to participate in this kingdom building effort that we're all called to. Friends, that will also create an opportunity for some of you who are feeling called, and a few of you have talked to me about this, to become more engaged in our church. And I just want to read you a brief piece of scripture that you're probably very familiar with. This comes from Paul's first letter to the church in Corinth. He said, but our bodies have many parts, and God has put each part just where he wants it. How strange a body would be if it only had one part. Yes, there are many parts, but only one body. The eye can never say to the hand, I don't need you. The head can't say to the feet, I don't need you. In fact, some parts of the body that seem weakest and least important are actually the most necessary. And the parts we regard as less honorable are those we clothe with the greatest care. So we carefully protect those parts that should not be seen, while the more honorable parts do not require this special care. So God has put the body together such that extra honor and care are given to those parts that have less dignity. This makes for harmony among the members, so that all the members care for each other. And if one part suffers, all the parts suffer with it. And if one part is honored, all the parts are glad. All of you together are Christ's body, and each of you is a part of it. I've always been very encouraging words to me, and I hope that you find them to be encouraging in the manner where maybe you're feeling called to participate in something in our church ministry as we open up into this year 2021, but you're not just sure yet. We think this opportunity that we're going to present to you through this remaining of the month of March will create opportunities and springboards for you to get engaged. That's really our prayer, and I'm hoping that it's a prayer that you have as well. So you're going to get some information sent to you by March the 14th. March the 15th, we're going to have a Zoom meeting to answer questions or do a presentation and then offer an opportunity to answer questions that you might have. You'll get another email on the 16th with an opportunity, a link and an opportunity for you to vote on the motions that you would see there. We're hoping to have all of that done by the 28th and then report back to you on the 29th. If we are able to accomplish all of that, then we'll have met the requirements of the current constitution that's in place that says we need to have our annual business meeting by the end of the first quarter. You know, we were really hoping to be able to do this in person. It seems like that's going to be just not as practical as we would hope, and so we're just moving forward in this regard to make sure that we get done in as timely a manner as is possible. Again, if you have any questions at all, give us a call at the church. You can send me an email. You can send an email to Brian, Patty, Susan, or our moderator, Clarence. And certainly we'll endeavor to get any questions that you have answered. But in the meantime, look forward for a lot of information. I look forward to participating with you in this important conversation for our church. And just finally, one last thing I'll say. Do you know what happens this weekend? Yes, we spring forward. So we're going to have church at 10 a.m., but your body's going to feel like it's 9 a.m. Set your clocks ahead a little extra early, and I look forward to seeing you at worship on Sunday. Blessings. Have a great remainder of your week.